Greetings, folks, and welcome back. This is just going to be a quick session today as I continue making monsters for my Dark Tower Defense game. It's a game I'm developing in the GDevelop game studio, and all I want to do right now is looking at my list of enemies. In the previous stream, I did go over the 4 basic types, as well as the ice and the toxic enemy. Those have technically been put into the game. And I also created some of the assets for shielding on the enemies. And what I want to do is put an enemy into the game that will have a proximity, a radius, in which, if there are any other enemies, they will receive shields. So here's where we are so far. I have just sort of a basic bubble shield that will automatically spawn over these shade enemies as they come down the path. The red number there is just a little indicator of the health points. Below that is a blue indicator, and that is for the shield points. And right now I have these, just for testing purposes, set to a maximum of 10 shield points. And there is also, so if we open up the object that has the shield behavior, there's the maximum of 10. A rate of shield regen is set to 0. So what I want to do for testing is set the maximum to 10. It already is. And then what I did also for testing this out was hard coding in some regen. So let me find that section of my code here. I did change the current shield points on the enemy object to max shield points. I want it to actually be set to 0 instead. Let's make sure that it's coming in at 0 now. It is. And because it's 0, they're not exhibiting a shield. So when they are near another entity, they should receive shield regen. And let's just grab one of these objects, enemy objects, duplicate it. Shielder. Let's I don't have something, oops, not from my device. Let's pick something from the store, perhaps. Just a quick placeholder object. Find a shield. Just something kind of goofy. Let's just grab a little wooden shield here. Let's make it a kite shield. We won't even change the color on that. I don't know how big that's going to come in, so let's plop it out there and find out. If I throw it out there on the path, we've got about 7 minutes left to work on this. Alright, so it's just going to be like this spinning shield thing. So let's add this to the enemies groups, the parent class. Enemy shielder, apply, and let me duplicate one of these backer boards here. Shielder. Yeah, that's all fine. I don't care about its own shielding. And then so let's put this out here. Now that's my collision. Okay, well, I was gonna just put one stationary out there, but let me not do that. Let's just add another slot here. Copy and paste this down. Let's change the spawn selection number to 3. Go up here where I have it picking from a range. We'll do a range of 2. I guess it could really just be all of them. But let's just do 2 and 3, which will be the large basic enemy type as well as this new shielder. And we'll change this to enemy shielder. And create enemy backer shielder. Just replace each of these with that. It will create the enemy health text indicator, the shield text, and get rid of all these. Okay, let's see if it's creating them now. Let's delete the manually placed shielder enemy. Let's see, about every other enemy spawn should be that shield. Okay, it did work. I need to set the red circle opacity. So let's change the opacity of... I should really just put it up here as a recurring scene update, something I've been meaning to do. Let's just do backers, opacity, yeah, I could do opacity. I could also just hide them. That's probably better, but let's see how this goes. Okay, it does not like that approach. Let's... Oh, you know what? I did not add enemy back shielder to the enemy backers group. So let's do that. And let me redo what I just did. Let's test this out. Good, we cannot see the circle. Alright, so now what I want to do, let's draw a circle. So let me find an example of where I've done this. In the events. We're going to draw a circle radius around the location of the shielder enemy. Just as a visual for ourselves, this will be, let's see, put it, let's put that here. Right here at the center point. And this will be the Y coordinate. And how much range do we want? Let's say, for testing purposes, let's say 100. Okay, there's our circle. What time is it? I've got to go in just about a minute. So, we want another event. Let's say if enemies are also within that 100 range, that's our condition, then we will set the shield regen of enemies, oops, to, let's say, 1 per second. There, okay, I need to fix something, but let's start with the large enemy. And we should be able to see this go up if this works. And let me also add the inverse. So if this is not true, let's set it back to 0. All right, fingers crossed. Okay, it's working on one of those enemies, not on the others. So we're halfway there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the stream now, and then when we come back, we will get all of the enemies within range functioning properly. So thanks for joining me, and feel free to let me know if you have any suggestions for the implementations. I'd be happy to take a look and consider those. So thanks a lot.